Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And good evening, race fans. Welcome in live to the Full Velocity Racing Network. And we come to you live tonight from inside the Kentucky Speedway. Coming out here on a great Monday night, the Adrenaline Rush Racing League Truck Series comes to you live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Good evening, everybody. Phil and Cass here. We're back in the saddle again with Mr. Jack Chewin alongside the Phil and Jack Attack on the Monday Night Hangout. Glad to have you all aboard. 9 trucks in the pit area, 100 laps around. But before we get racing tonight, let's do as we always do. Let's go trackside the Dirty Grass Soul with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, of course, Dirty Grass Soul, the playing of our national anthem. Thank you, those guys, so much. The best rendition of the national anthem and all of iRacing broadcast goes. Thank them a lot. Thank Charlie Milner at Milner Media Design. Thank all of you for tuning in tonight with the Adrenaline Rush Racing League. And got to thank Mr. Sheffield over at Sheffield Graphics for putting this one on. I believe we have 9 trucks in the pit area. They are beginning to grid, so I'm going to take you through the starting lineup as the best I can do. And I believe the pole sitter tonight will be the number 4. Maybe 4? My GT Arizari is on the pole with the, what we got belongs? 6, 16, and 68. Okay, 16 is Matt Oprick. 4 and 68 on the front row. Okay, there we go. Trying to get that right. 68 car. Matt Oprick is in the field with Chad Biesinger is number 23. Hey, I just come to the conclusion of something, Jack. And I think you've known this forever. Your timing grid for starting lineups is beyond broken.
It doesn't work on asphalt.
Oh, I see this. I'm relying on it for the lineup, and it's just not working. Who is in the 68 truck? I did. Brandon Biesinger. So 2 Biesingers. Keith Bradley there in the 92 with the 16. Michael Sheffield's here. Robert Nestor is back. Richard Gonzalez is here. David Edwards, number 15. So we got 9 trucks out there. 9 of them. We'll go 100 laps around the 1.5 mile Kentucky Speedway. Great to have you on board this evening. If you're watching us either Facebook Live or YouTube or Twitch, make sure you pipe in and say hello. I got Facebook Live up. I might as well grab the YouTube link up here too, as I'm kind of doing it from remote here tonight. Once again, as we get ready to roll here, 68 Biesinger on the outside of the front row. I believe first start for him in this series, so welcome to him. Then you've got GT Irizarry, multiple-time winner, the series points leader. He is on the provisional pole tonight. I believe he's 4 wins, 5 wins. I'll have to go back into the counter. He's won so much, I just can't keep track of them all. You got Michael Sheffield, the winner a few weeks ago in a thrilling race on gas mileage inside of row number 2. Keith Bradley, the NOS Energy Drink, 92 on the outside of that second row. Matt Oprick, Robert Nestor making up that third row. A 23 of Chad Biesinger, the 6 of Gonzalez back there, and 8 out there. Pretty towing on to the end that I'm not seeing there. And let's see 8 trucks. David Edwards, there's a Jack Daniels truck right there. Said Jack's going to zoom out with some cameras tonight. I'm going to do the best I can to carry along with 100 laps around. I was hoping to have some help here tonight. Either my partner Todd, I think, who may come out and show up tonight. He's not here. Reached out to Jeff McConey. He is swamped over the McConey setup shop. So, fortunately, we've got Phil and Jack. And Phil's going to do the best we can to cover this one for 100 laps. Jack and I will have some dialogue back and forth as we always do to keep this thing entertaining and exciting, and have a good night. The green flag is up into the air. Race down the back chute heading toward turn number 3 and chasing that Busch Light Ford F-150 GT Irizarry off of turn number 4.
Sheffield's going low.
He will lead lap number 1. Sheffield with a good run down the front chute. He'll take a peek to the low side into turn number 1 and 2, and looks like that Fireball-sponsored Sheffield Graphics FERN number 1. Michael Sheffield get a motor on the inside lane, and him and GT Irizarry will drag race down this back straightaway. D-shape, I guess you could call it here. Quad oval at the Kentucky Speedway. Really great racetrack. Do love coming out to the Bluegrass State and checking out some great racing as we drag race for the lead out of 4. Give the lead to Irizarry at the line, but Sheffield going to stay glued to the inside lane. You look back into that running for P3. You've got the 92 of Biesinger back there. 68, I should say. Matt Oprick in the 16 around him. Bradley up ahead of them. So 92 car, 92 truck up.
Hey, Phil.
As we stay side by side for the lead. What's up, Jack?
I believe David Edwards may have a rocket on his truck because he's already in 4th.
Rocket. Well, why not? Got some extra Jack Daniels in the 15 truck tonight. He's a David Edwards is up to 4th. David rolling from the back. Doing a good job here early on. Irizarry going to hold on to that lead advantage. We have a race for second out of 2 as Keith Bradley is up high. He's going to head a steam around that Fireball number 1, Michael Sheffield. So put the NOS versus the Fireball, and you got a really good concoction of a beverage right there. We'll try that one sometime.
With some Jack Daniels.
Some Jack Daniels. Jack and Fireball together. A little much. Bradley in the 4, making a little contact. Okay, yep, there it is. I'm a little half a second delayed there. But yep, Bradley's truck got damaged to the left front, up into the wall. So Irizarry going to peek out ahead of him. Sheffield now with the run, and look at David Edwards in the 15, 3 wide. Who is going to get fried super early on here at Kentucky? Going to put 5 laps of 100 complete. And who is going to exit turn 4 with the race lead? It's going to be Irizarry, but he is under heavy fire. Some big super C's there from the one at Sheffield, and also to the inside, the Jack Daniels 15, Mr. David Edwards to the low side. You've got, who's that behind? At the 11 of Nestor in the 4th spot. 68, okay, 68. Say, is it Brian Biesinger? 68? Brandon. First time I've seen Brandon's name out there. So Brandon Biesinger. Brandon Biesinger. Got to remember that one for the 68. He runs in that 4th spot, but look to the inside as we dip underneath. Edwards is under Sheffield out of 2 and give David Edwards that 2nd spot. David Edwards with a big run
Edwards
early on.
Edwards is going for the lead. He's under Irizarry.
He is.
Irizarry.
15 looking for the lead, and he's going to grab it maybe out of 4. No, washed up with a run. We've had a change for 3rd as Brandon Biesinger, the 68. He's going around Keith Bradley's number 92, and also bringing along right behind him. Is that the 23 truck there? It's Chad, yeah. Okay, it is a 23. Said I see Matt Oprick in the 16. He kind of drifted up the racetrack too, but we're going to stay in this race for the lead. Heading down to number 3 and 4, Irizarry versus Edwards. Who is going to come onto the 4th turn with the lead? Who is going to lead lap number 8 of 100? They are getting after it early. Got to imagine tire wear not going to be an issue here too terribly early on. Fuel mileage, I don't think they're making all 100. So probably thinking if, we've seen many a caution-free race in this series, probably looking to break it up around halfway and duck on in. Got to imagine. So
lead change.
Very early on. We had a lead change. David Edwards completes the pass out of 2. Put him to the lead. Here comes the Biesingers with Brandon, the number 68, and Chad on the 23. They run 3rd and 4th, but for how long? They have a run in Irizarry out of 4. And also, Keith Bradley starting to work back over on the outside, the number 92. So top 5 trucks. Throw a blanket over them, and as we put 9 laps completely, we're working on lap number 10 now. As we watch David Edwards pace the field down the back chutes. This good race for 4th going on between Chad Biesinger's number 23, Keith Bradley in the 92, stuck in the outside lane. Love that orange and blue truck as he'll drive it down deep in the corner. Here comes Robert Nestor, the Doublemint Gum number 11. He'll ride behind him as well. Robert up there in the 6th spot as we exit turn number 4.
GT back under David Edwards takes the lead.
He did. There it is. Set up 5-second delayed, and then GT down to the low side. There it is. He will take the lead.
Edwards is going
turn 1 and 2. Edwards going to try the crossover switch back low.
He's trying low out of 4.
68 of Biesinger had a really good run. Thought he may have run down the back chute, maybe take over 2nd, but Edwards going to look once again for the lead through turns number 3 and 4 as we shoot on off the turn. Looks like Irizarry going to lead at the line. But David Edwards is there, and that Biesinger, number 68, like a rocket.
Edwards under.
Really good. Edwards going to look back to
under
the low
GT
side.
Out of 2. He's back in the lead going into 3.
Some good racing here early on.
He washes up the hill, though, and GT's going to go back under him.
Starting some Jackson play-by-play. So Jack's he's going to be the king of doing all this here pretty soon. We're going to just retire guys like myself and Todd, and Jack's going to give you the camera work and the play-by-play. Did a good job Wednesday night. Did some spot duty. Really good. Dirt racing's not easy to do. I mean, it took me a good 6 months to even get used to doing it. Now I'm going to come back here to pavement. Pavement a whole lot easier to call. Things kind of spread themselves out and have a way of really telling a slow-moving story. But the racing here so far, terrific here in Kentucky. Irizarry versus Edwards. Brandon Biesinger, number 68, right there. Looks like top 3 have pulled away for just a little bit of a skosh there over Chad Biesinger's number 23 and Keith Bradley. They are locked in a door-to-door tussle out of turn number 4, racing on for the 4th spot, but still early on here in the early stages. 13 laps of 100 complete. We exit
68 is looking under Edwards for 2nd place.
Is definitely.
And looks like he got it and might bring nope. 23 tried to get through there too, but he couldn't make it.
Got that window closed for him there as they exited 4. Brandon got the run. Chad tried to follow. I don't know if they're brothers or
Edwards is
related.
Back up to 2nd now. He's on the outside of GT going into 3.
They can't figure out who wants to lead
And
early on.
he's trying, but I think GT's going to have to run coming out of the corner, and he does.
Certainly does. Got the run off, but look at the way the 15 gets a run there in the middle of 3 and 4. Carries the momentum off the outside lane. David Edwards versus GT Irizarry. Get the B-Singers right there with Brandon and Chad right there running in tow, 3rd and 4th. Good race going on back here for the 5th spot between Nestor and Bradley, and I believe that's Gonzalez in the 6th. Not too far, terribly far behind them two, running 7th and 8th, I do believe. Matt Oprick, I can tell you, is running back there in 9th. He's tailing Charlie Sheffield's back there 8th. Mike drop all the way back to 8th. Him and Matt Oprick in a big tail under this one. He's to the outside of Gonzalez out of number 4. So that one truck we saw, but a lot of speed early. Drifts on back a little bit now and starting to work his way back to the front.
23 got around the 68 for 3rd.
An exchange for 3rd. Chat around Brandon.
He's looking low on Edwards, but he's not going to get it done.
Delay I got is
Edwards is going low now on GT. Going into 1, he's going to try to take the lead.
Oh, wow, what a big run off of 4 he got to. Big head of steam there. Said Jack Daniels versus Busch Light. We got a good time happening down the front chute. David Edwards going to take a peek out, nose up ahead. He'll slide up the hill.
It's a good
the race lead out
4-truck race here for the lead.
Yes, this is really good. This is terrific racing as the B-Singers sit side by side. Irizarry and Edwards continue to be in a side-by-side battle into 3. Nestor's on the outside looking in, running in 5th. This is terrific racing here early on. I almost wonder how long can they afford to race this hard and maybe risk running up their tires. This is where I wish I had a guy like McConey who, does this pavement racing. He'd be able to tell me the story, the tale. I got to imagine right now these guys using up some right front tires and they're really rolling over nice to set up as they always are on Monday nights. Mike always puts a good setup up there for these guys.
Did they get 3 sets tonight? What, including when they start with, or do we know?
That's a great question. Let me effort that. I believe I put that info right here. Let's see. Click on this button here.
But still, I'm trying to get to 50, and then I'm pitting.
Oh, for certain. I 100% agree.
68 on the outside of Edwards, trying to get 2nd into 3, but it's not going to work.
What do we got? Trying to find the tire roll.
On the 68 completes the pass at the start-finish line. He is now in 2nd. Edwards moved back to 3rd.
I believe we're on a 2-set tires.
68 on the low side of GT, trying to go for the lead now, going into turn 3.
Get back over there. Trying to effort here and read some Discord information from the league page here, but we'll go back to the live feed, see what's happening. Irizarry and Brandon Biesinger, they're in a door-to-door battle off of 2. This is for the race lead, and we're 20% of the way in. 20 laps in, 80 laps remain, 100 the main event. You are watching the Adrenaline Rush Racing League, their truck series. Also now part of the RSR Racing League stables. I believe they're merging into what is going to be known as the Evolution Racing League, which I think is really neat. Hope to see a lot of good things come from Ryan Ezel and the gang and Michael Sheffield combining forces. See maybe 2 super leagues kind of coming together. Should make some good racing. We're seeing a lot of good stuff going on here. Irizarry, Biesinger, Edwards, Chad Biesinger. Here comes Mike Sheffield back in the mix. Where did Mike come from? Running 5th in the outside lane. That thing's still good.
Yeah, GT's out there now. Edwards got back around, so Edwards is back in 2nd, going to try to get the lead again.
Got to imagine just the look I'm getting, the vibe I'm getting, and I'm not hearing the engine sounds. I'd have to pull up my volume and completely just eradicate my ears to do so. But I got to imagine these trucks getting a big toe of draft. It really looks like the big drafting game here. As the air keeps playing so much of a role.
Sheffield's
going.
Sheffield's back up to 3rd now. He's on the inside of Edwards looking for 2nd.
He moved around both the B-Singers. So
yes,
Sheffield now look for 2nd.
Yeah, he's looking for 2nd, going into 3. He's on the low side of Edwards. And looks like he might be able to pull it off. He might go for a 2-fer and just come out with the lead.
Looks like he may do it. He got a great run to the bottom. He puts David Edwards behind him in his go through 3 and 4. Does Michael Sheffield have that surge at 2?
GT by a freaking nose.
Skosh. I'm like a turn behind. It's tough to do a live play-by-play half a lap behind. So, Jack, you're doing good. Give me a spoiler of what we're going to see here as we flash on by. Sheffield gets the right inside.
He's on the inside going into 3 again. Edwards is coming up behind to try to give him a little push.
Sheffield didn't lead that last lap.
No.
It wasn't much.
No.
It was like a dead tie, according to time and scoring. Dead tie.
GT's got about 3/4 of a truck at the line this time.
All right, well, they're still, it's a good race. Sheffield versus Irizarry for the race lead. Now 25 laps of 100 in the books. Terrific battle going on here. You got Sheffield versus Irizarry. David Edwards is there. Brandon Biesinger. Chad Biesinger's there. You've got Robert Nestor. Matt Oprick coming back into the mix. Richard Gonzalez has dropped back. I mean, really, really good racing here in the first 25 laps. Keith Bradley, the 92, you can see him in the outside wall.
GT just gets such a run coming off of 4 that he just barely gets by Michael at the line.
And it's a fixed setup league, so you know we're on the same setup. But I got to imagine that's something in this, the way he's got his wheels set up to carry that big momentum up high.
He's up on the high side, and he just gets that run coming off of 4 and just propels him to the lead.
And doesn't have to turn the wheel as much either. That's never going to scrub off speed. So it's a big, big run. You've seen a lot of moves being done on the high lane. Did see Sheffield do it. You see David Edwards do it. Both the Biesingers had runs up high, and now this race for the lead continues on. GT Irizarry versus Michael Sheffield. What is up with Brad Disbrow out there rooting on for Keith as he does every Monday night? Didn't see Brad out there watching. Thanks for checking in. Chat is very quiet. Let's not keep it quiet, folks. Keep this thing buzzing. Say hello. Let us know you're out there alive, doing well. Now we had a week off with the holiday and come back in the saddle here for 4 more races to go, including this one. I believe we go to Dover next week. We have Darlington and Texas. Completely Adrenaline Rush Racing League series here. Trucks a month left. 3-1s after tonight. GT Irizarry's got a very commanding point lead as he's got multiple race wins, but
Sheffield got under him. He's got the lead, but here comes GT on the backstretch. Let's see if he can carry it through the corner. Sheffield's got the lead right as we speak.
He carried it all the way down through 3
and
4 as well.
And he's got it going to the line. New leader.
New race leader. Number 1. 1 plate, number 1 in our hearts, Michael Sheffield. By the Sheffield Graphics.
Chad Biesinger, he's on the inside of GT as well. He's trying to get second.
You think back to a couple of weeks ago. I forget what track you're at now. But Biesinger led the race. I want to say, I don't think it was Michigan. Go back to the archives and look again. But Biesinger led the race to the white flag, had the lead through 3 and 4. And there was contact late, I think between him and David Edwards that took the 23 out of a win. Waiting for Mr. Biesinger to punch his ticket into victory lane. He's been close multiple times this season. He's racing along with GT Irizarry for position number 2. GT about popped the wall that time on a 4. If he didn't hit it, he scared it.
Sheffield's got to get a pretty good lead going here. See if he can hold it.
If we know anything about Mike, he's a guy, he's really good at conserving and saving his stuff.
Almost,
he really is.
Almost 3 wide for 3rd, but they break it up.
Broke it up. Biesinger and Irizarry. You got David Edwards right behind. And
here's GT. GT's caught Sheffield, and he's all over his back bumper.
I'm watching a quiet truck moving back through this field. The 16 of Matt Oprick, who was once upon a time running 9th, is now found himself back in the top 3 or 4. Is that been carving right through a hot knife through butter?
He's in 4th, making his way up.
Look at the intervals here. Top 6 trucks within 1 second of the race lead. This is terrific racing now. 1/3 the way home, approaching 32 laps of 100 complete. This one has been great. Disbrow says Keith is due for a win. He is. Keith's run really good as well.
GT's trying to get the lead out of 4, but I don't know if he's going to be able to. Sheffield's up high. He'll get that run, and he keeps the lead.
It's just such a big run they get up high. All that momentum they're carrying. Whoever's up there has got the advantage. And right now it's Sheffield in the one truck, but GT is it's all over him now. Looking to the inside. I don't think GT picked up any damage. I'm sure he hit the wall there a few laps ago out of 4, but it was close enough to be hit with a quarter and probably get a dent. I mean, they were a piece of paper, literally, between the two. But 4 truck and the 1 truck continue to race it on for the race lead. They said we put 33 laps on the board. We are 1/3 the way home. We are being treated to one of the best races we have seen here in quite a while. This league always puts on really good
Top
races.
3 have broke away from 4th a little bit there.
I was just going to observe right there as we look. B-Singers kind of stayed on to the top 2. They've put about a second between the rest of the group, including, David Edwards, Brandon B-Singer.
Chad B-Singer's on the inside trying to get around GT.
Matt Oprick in the 16, running in that 4th spot. They've kind of sorted themselves out 3rd through 6th, 7th or whatever, even back through field 9. But what we can't figure out is who wants to run second as B-Singer and Irizarry continue to race for P2. Michael Sheffield leads. We're going to put 35 laps complete this time at turn number 3 and 4. We're going to step away for a brief pause here, let the action kind of tell its own story. Michael Sheffield leading here in the Adrenaline Rush Racing League, live in Kentucky on the Full Velocity Racing Network. All right, break back in with the live call here live in Kentucky with the Full Velocity Racing Network. You saw some great looks there. Jack giving us the cameras. Sheffield Graphics on board. He went on GT Irizarry in the 4. That gives you a peek around, a lap around the 1.5-mile Kentucky Speedway. Looks like here this evening. And see that 4 truck having a good run, running in P2.
Yeah,
Trying to run down Michael Sheffield.
Yeah, he's trying, and the 23 is trying to get around the 4. Then you got the 16 who's just waiting to see what they're going to do.
It's kind of separated and come back together. As you saw top 2 run away, and then 3, and now it's 4, and waiting to see if maybe it becomes 5. Robert Nestor's kind of back there 3.5 seconds back, so going to take a big power surge to catch him up. I believe David Edwards has been down on pit road with the number 15, as it looks like he has currently scored 1 lap down to the racing competition, so getting close to the halfway mark. Yeah, they both are. So, as we said, 41 laps of 100 complete here in Kentucky.
GT's dropping down low, but Sheffield's up high. He'll probably have that run.
So looks like the 4 is getting to the corner better.
GT had the lead at the line.
Really seriously looks like GT's truck is starting to really bite through the corner.
Yeah,
It looks
he's
like
low.
Mike's is more driving up high.
He's low in 2, and he gets up there, but Sheffield cuts down low. Crossover, he's going low in 3, and he takes the lead back.
This has brought the other 2 trucks right back into the mix as well.
And
Chad
GT
Beeson
goes
was
below
23.
him in 4, and he takes it back. They're just battling like crazy up there. They both want the lead.
It's like dirt track slide jobs on pavement. This would give Dale Jr. a stroke if he was calling a race on NBC. These guys going after it. Crossover, yeah, there it is. Says I'm a little bit behind. GT goes on Mike. This is really good. And not even halfway here. Now we're thinking we're probably about,
I would say 6 laps.
Handfuls of laps. We're guessing about 6 laps away. They're going to have to make at least 1 pit stop.
Sheffield back under GT, and he comes back out with the lead.
Jack and I are known to, play our roles pretty conservative here as far as what we do in our racing. I would assume halfway it's time to come down and get the pit stop done. The way these guys are racing.
16 truck to 3rd. He's might have something for GT. We'll see.
Oprick's had a good night. I mean, he was near the front starting, got up as high as 2nd, dropped back to the back, rode around a little bit, and then has just, one at a time, picked his way back on forward. Now runs 3rd, and seeing maybe if he wants to take a shot at Irizarry in the 4 or the 1 or Sheffield, or maybe go around at both at the same time. You just never know. As he gets a good run through 3 and 4 that last time, bites his truck down to the bottom. But as we flash on by, let's put 45 laps complete now. Sheffield and Irizarry continue to race it on.
GT's going low in 3. He looks like he's going to carry it and get the lead. Yes, he does.
Yeah, I want to see the line he runs through the corner too, because the last couple of laps he's been more in the middle. The 1's been up high. It's been the 16 who's been running the lower line of the 3. Now as we went through 3 and 4, no, GT went that extreme low side.
16 got around Sheffield.
So
he moves into 2nd.
I wonder if Mike's tires are giving up any now.
Well,
those guys are going after it.
Probably. Wow, he pulled up on GT like GT was going backwards.
I'm astonished by the run these guys are getting. They're just punching these big holes in the air, and just the complete pull they're getting off the truck in front of them is just amazing to watch. It is making some really, really good pictures. I will tell you what, in GT Irizarry this time, going to lead the field.
I think Sheffield needs the
3 and
pit.
4. I'm starting to think so, because Mike, I believe, is about to lose 3rd if he didn't already to Beeson.
Yeah, he's battling with him right now. They're going into 3, and Chad's going to get him on the low side, and 68 may get around him as well. 68's going to get around both of them because he's already pitted.
2 laps from halfway. I'm going 2 more. 2 more, I'll give up the ghost and come in. But Mike running the outside lane, going to have to take a beeline into pit lane. When he does, as he surrenders down the spot to Chad. Here comes Brandon, the 68. He's to the low side. Really, Brandon, yeah, he's already been down on pit road 1 time. So just waiting for the rest of his crew to come in. And I'm not sure if Brandon's going to make this here on just that 1 stop. He may have to come in again. Him and David Edwards
GT's
both
pitting
now.
GT Irizarry pitting.
Race leader. GT Irizarry going to be the first of the leaders to dive onto the pit lane through turns number 3 and 4. Now, this is a very difficult pit road to get onto because it gets flat real quick. And you come off that bank and you can slide your tires and keep that back end underneath you. GT Irizarry peels off the speedway, and he'll pit the 4 truck out of the race lead right at the halfway mark, too. 50 laps complete and 50 laps remain, so we'll see the 4 truck coming in. Got to imagine. Going to be 4 tires.
Here comes the rest of them.
Now the rest of the crew. The whole wad, the gaggle. Matt Oprich.
I see at least 3.
Chad Beesinger. Mike Sheffield's in that group.
Yep.
Keith Bradley is on pit road, the
Yep.
92.
The 11's
Richard
on.
Gonzalez is pitted. Robert Nestor, I believe, is on pit road.
Yep.
So this is going to complete the entire cycle. So let's see at the halfway mark who is going to come out of this one with the lead when this one comes on back through. Irizarry rejoined by 4 tires. Keith Bradley's 4-tire work is all done. Now let's see what this crew is with Oprick and Sheffield and whatnot.
It's going to cycle around probably to be David Edwards, but I'm just guessing.
Good guess. We'll have to see where timing and scoring takes us, as Mike Sheffield was scored the leader last time by Biesinger, 68. Brendan Biesinger going to be scored the race leader, so see who this kind of goes out to with intervals. 68, I believe 68 and 15 are going to be the first two.
I don't know how long he's going to have it. You see the damage on the front of that truck?
Which one? 68?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Keep the front end on it.
He's got some damage on that truck.
All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, he does. That's not going to track so well. He has hit something hard. We don't really know what.
It looks like a wall or a Mack truck.
We hit the pace truck. I've been known to do it before, but
He's got 9 seconds on, almost 9 seconds on Edwards.
does. I mean, it's a big lead. We know both of them came in early, so maybe a 2-tire play for those two. Looking back here, I believe it's Irizarry running in third. But he's got, what, 8.5 seconds, I think I seen?
It's 12.18.
Oh, it's bigger than that. Okay, yeah, he's got 12 seconds to make up on these two.
And Matt's got 16.449.
Chad Biesinger's running in fifth. He's like 18 seconds off, so yeah, the intervals are big. I figured through the pit stop, things would kind of open themselves back up, and we'll see some big wide margins. And this one has the kind of complexion of field tonight that we may go the distance. Green to checker here in Kentucky. It's been the norm for this league. Would not be shocked at all. And some good racing all season long. But Brandon Biesinger, a new name to the series. He leads the way here at Kentucky as we put 54 laps to 100 complete. This has been a good one to watch so far. You see we got Biesinger and David Edwards leading the way. David 8 seconds off of him. I believe it's now about 12 even back to Irizarry.
11.08.
Got a change for the fourth spot as Chad Biesinger has gotten around Matt Oprick for the time being. So that's, over 14.5 seconds back to fourth and fifth, as I believe those two trucks the closest two together on the speedway. So we'll continue to make some laps here. We're approaching 2/3 the way home. 55 laps in here. It's a little tad bit stretched out. Brandon Biesinger is your leader. We'll break away. We'll ride around here and let this thing group on out. I think the top two still have a pit stop to make. I guess we'll wait and see and find out together here live in Kentucky with the Full Velocity Racing Network. All right, let's come back in and reset. 60 laps and a go complete here at Kentucky for the Adrenaline Rush Racing League Truck Series, and we're live tonight, as we always are on a Monday night, via Facebook Live, on YouTube, on Twitch TV. The Phil and Jack Attack coming out and hanging out. It's basically a hang tonight here on a Monday night, as it's kind of turned into being great racing going on, though. Lacks a little drama right now, but I think you're going to see some pickup here very soon. The race leader is the number 68 truck, Brandon Biesinger. And he leads over David Edwards in the number 15 by 6.4 seconds. But that may be shrinking a little bit back to the third place truck. Old GT Irizarry beginning to gobble up a little bit of ground, although Jack is kind of stabilized.
He's got Chad Biesinger right there with him, too. So
he's got help. And did I see the one truck ain't too far behind them either? One and the 92 are kind of right together.
The 92 got around the one, but yeah, they're together.
So maybe some drafting helps, and I don't think under any stretch of the imagination the top two are going to be the top two at the end of the race. I think they have to come in at least one more time. I believe everybody else is going to be good on their tires, on their gas, so I think we're seeing a good one here late. And keep in mind, I believe the last time we've seen a 100-lap race, 150 miles on a track like this, I believe it came down to fuel mileage the last lap or two. So maybe keep that in the back of our head. So
yeah,
that could be. But I believe that was Michigan, though.
GT and all of them pitted. They went 50 laps and pitted, so those guys will be good.
Yeah, the top two aren't. I don't think the top two are going to be some. If we talk to them at Victory Lane post-race, attaboy. But I'm watching the gap between second and third, and it is shrinking. It was down about 2.5 seconds when I just kind of glanced back there. Edwards has got 2.4 seconds on between himself and GT. And GT is Chad Biesinger pushing. Keith Bradley and Michael Sheffield are right there. Matt Oprich beginning to track those guys down as well.
Edwards has damage, too, on the back of his truck. Bad damage. I'm sure that's not very aerodynamic.
All right, so let's put 2 and 2 together here. The 15's got rear end damage, and the 68 has front end damage. Coincidence?
I don't know.
I mean, that would be a logical explanation, you would think.
Biesinger got around GT, and now the 92 and Sheffield are. It's heat. Business is picking up.
I'm almost wondering. We think back to that awesome grass mileage race that Sheffield won a few weeks ago. It was GT who ran out on the last lap. It was guys like Biesinger who came within like a half a lap of winning that as well. Is that playing in the back of the Ford truck's mind? Sit back here, draft, don't punch the hole in the air, don't waste my fuel. Is this him playing games? I mean, I don't put it past a veteran like him.
I don't know. I mean, he went 50 laps, the first 50 laps, and he was battling for the lead with Sheffield, so I don't know.
But he pitted a lap before them, and that could be a big deal as far as gas goes. I mean, you saw him. He ran out a lap early. That race he lost, and Sheffield ran out at the start-finish line.
Chad Biesinger has caught David Edwards and is passing him.
All right, all the world is right now. Marianne Sheffield has checked in, rooting on for Michael. I was hoping she was out there. She's been very quiet. Marianne, welcome. We're happy to have you aboard. That chat box has been dead. I've been rooting for anybody to pipe in and say hello.
Some guy named Mike Ross is watching.
Hot Rod. We're missing him. Usually here on a hang on a Monday night. And
not
sure what he's doing.
I bet his mom says we're the greatest.
I bet she usually does. We're like her favorite. I wonder if he's practicing his golf game. Because he's been whooping up on us real bad in our little golf society we have.
Does he really need to practice? I'm gonna confiscate his game until the last day of the tournament, and then he can have it back.
Here's the problem. It's their third tournament completed now. He has won all 3, and it hasn't been close. And there's a group of like 5 of us that play, and I've got my 3rd consecutive second place finish. So I'm getting sick of finishing second to Hot Rod.
All right, well, we had, they all caught the lead, and they have passed them. So Chad is in the lead. GT's in second. Keith Bradley is in third, and Sheffield is in fourth.
They ran down the group up front.
Ran them down and passed them.
I got Gonzalo. I've got yeah. Brandon came into the pit lane. Brandon came into pit, and so did Edwards. That's how they caught him. Like, they didn't run 8 seconds down that quickly. They've been on pit road. So that top two is just as I predicted, right around 2/3 the way home.
Here comes Sheffield up to third now.
Mike is rolling. Don't count out.
Biesinger's got a lead going now over GT.
Don't count out Keith Bradley. I think he's had a good piece all night. I think he's got his fenders on back there straight, and I think he's going to have a good run here late. As you said, Chad Biesinger's got himself a little lead.
And as they hit the line, it is gone. His lead is gone at the line.
Well, he's got the 4 and the 1 chasing him, so not shocked. Some good rockets back there. Bradley's there. Who's that 5th truck in lane? Bat Oprek, the 16. You know, they're all right together. 5 trucks within 1 second, and now under 30 laps remaining, 72 laps, so 100 on the board. We've got some business picking up here live in Kentucky. We're having some fun. This one's been great to follow along and cover. And I mean, can GT pull off another win? Can Chad Biesinger go to victory lane for the first time this season?
Don't count out Michael or Matt or Keith.
Exactly.
It's anybody's game right now.
It's a great game to watch. It really is.
Here goes Michael underneath, trying to go underneath GT. Going into 3 and 4. Let's see if he can carry it out.
Get a good run off the corner.
It was they were tied at the line, I think.
Just kind of observing the line they're all running and seeing where the fast guys are
Michael
going.
got around him.
As Mike is running that low side, which we know is good. It's been there all night long. The outside lane is, with some draft, has been the money line. Inside lane, I feel like you need about 2 laps to get it done. You see, Mike, it took about 2 laps.
Here he goes. He's going low on Chad Biesinger to see if he can... Oh, friggin' Matt Oprek, something happened to him. He went wildly down to the grass.
Oh, no. Let's see what happened here. So I'm following through here now, 3 and 4. I'm about
new race leader, Michael Sheffield.
Wow. I think the 16 turned it left to think about going on the flat to make it 4 wide. And
I think he saw some HD grass down there.
Oh, big elephant in the room. The HD grass. Is that part of the update? I didn't read the update notes.
I don't know. I don't ever read the update. I just do it.
There's not pictures.
That's why I can't read it.
Yeah, no, not good. Try to read off points a lot of these.
Sheffield's pulling out a little bit here on Chad, but I'm sure it'll shrink in the corner, and it does.
It's just such a chess match right now. They just keep playing games.
68's going to go low, get his lap back the old-fashioned way with those new tires he's got.
Miraculously enough, when the 16 got as bad loose as he did, and he did take a trip. I mean, there was some grass being flung. He was down on the flat and hit grass. Matt Oprek held on to the truck. So I thought what could be a paralyzing move for the 16. Well, he still sits up there in the top 5, running in 4th. It's Keith Bradley who was lost a little bit there to the top 4. He's dropped back about 1.5 seconds, and I don't think that's too detrimental, but I mean, we're getting down to close to 20 to go. I don't know if you want to give up that much time, or maybe he's saving.
I don't remember when he pitted, so I don't know if he pitted at 50 or before.
Yeah, he pitted with Chad and Sheffield. They all came in and pitted together.
So he pitted at 50.
Yeah. He was at 50. GT was at 49. When did Oprek come in? I think he came in. I think all 4 of them came in together.
Yeah, he came in. 5. He came in with Michael and them.
So the only one that's 1 lap shorter on gas is going to be the 4.
And Oprek is looking under Biesinger, but can't make the pass go.
Oh, and I see GT made a big move out of 4 on Chad. I think GT, if he didn't take back over second.
He's in
Yeah,
second.
okay. I just seen off the corner of my screen over here.
It's
That
20 to go, almost 20 to go. It's time for him to get moving.
he might want to boogie. I'll tell you what, though. That one truck looks really, really good out front. Pulling away. You don't say pulling away. He's got 0.6 of a second, which tonight is really nothing. You see it there out of 4s. 4 gets to suck on the 1 and pulls right to the tech lid of that one. The tailgate, I guess you could say, in the 1 truck. So who is going to win here in Kentucky? A lot to figure out, a lot to get to. 20 laps in Maine. Me and Jack, thank you all for watching. We'll step away here, enjoy a couple of laps here of silence, take a lap around, take a quick drink, come back, and we will call the finish live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. All right, we are back here with the call at Kentucky. We saw that Sheffield graphics on board of the Ford truck, and now him and
GT
Michael Sheffield
is on his bumper now.
is close enough to share the same piece of gum. You chew on that.
Michael gets a run going into 3 and pulls away for a little bit, but GT's going to drop it low and try to get back around him, but it's not going to work.
And this was the part of the run, of that first run, that the 4 really started to cut through the middle of the corner a little better than the 1 truck did. So I think advantage may be to 4 for GT Irizarry.
Michael just pulled out to a big lead coming out of 2. See what happens going into 3 and 4, but he's got a big lead right now.
Got a really good surge. He carried him just through 1 and 2 alone. He carried him 5 truck lengths, which is just a big run. Let's see where we get to here for 3 and 4. It keeps kind of growing. Oh man, that 1 truck is stout. GT is one of the best in the game.
Nah, GT's going to catch up again, and then we'll see what happens.
Mike's got a good piece, and now with 15 laps remaining, down at 14 now. 1 versus 4. Do not count at that 16. Oprick's been quietly sitting there and has done some really good work there, running in the 3rd spot. Keith Bradley's been on pit road. I think he had a problem in 92. He is currently 2 laps down. So looks like Keith's not going to win this one.
Him and Robert
Chad
Nestor
are sitting 1.5 seconds off the pace. So I don't know if Biesinger's going to have enough steam. I guess it's not impossible. You know, these trucks are getting a really good run tonight with the way the holes are punching in the air. But I'm not sure Chad Biesinger is going to have enough time. So I think this may come down to Oprich, Sheffield, Irizarry. Ryan Ezel, what's up, buddy? Go get him, he says, boys. They've been getting it all night, Ryan. I don't know if you're just popping in for the first time, but as we've always seen here on Monday nights, the racing's superb. Light crowd does not matter to these guys. They put on some of the greatest racing we have seen. I said, for a guy who got away from pavement for a long time, they really restored the faith in it, putting on good shows like they do. We got this here tonight. We've got more pavement coming up Thursday night. We're back at Cyber Thunder. The BladeNo.com Cup Series debuts Thursday night. We'll be there with the call of that one as well for the next couple of weeks. So we'll see a lot of our buds at Cyber Thunder. So we got 2 pavement leagues here carrying for the month of September, Monday and Thursday. So getting back to a lot of pavement. We'll see how we feel about that. And we've got some dirt stuff coming up. The Kingdom of Dirt beginning this coming Sunday. Of course, we got DWRL on Wednesday. The FERN Modified Series at 10 p.m. on Tuesday nights. We'll
So 10 a.m. I'll be missing that show. I'll be at work.
Yeah, well, most of the world is at work at 10 a.m. Some guys like myself are probably...
GT's trying to go low on Michael coming out at 2. He's not going to be able to get it this time.
They come in at 10 to go. So it is time to start mapping out your plan to win this one here tonight. I mean, yeah, we've got 15 miles left.
16 truck is caught up. He's getting closer.
I'm trying not to mention the 16 because every time I do, I jinx the guy. So I'm just completely eliminating him from my thoughts.
GG just took the lead going into 1, and 16 may get around Sheffield too.
GT's been setting this pass up for about 2 laps. But watching him kind of wiggle, looking up in the high lane, putting a little bit of a fender up there.
Comes Michael, though. Don't count him out. He may try to get back around.
Mike's good. Mike's not going away. It's coming down to these 3. It's going to be a good fit. I just hope it stays clean. And I think these 3 are high-quality guys. I think they get that done. But I think we're going to see a whale of a race here.
Side by side going into 1.
Back racing for the lead again. Oh, look at that one truck. It's such a run off the corner. My goodness. This race, for a pavement race, doesn't make your pulse quicken a little bit. This has been superb.
Sheffield gets the lead going into 3 again. GT's going to try to go low and get it back, but it's not going to work. Not yet.
Did Mike do this on the bottom? Oh, he did. He cried. I thought he had the lead on a 2 on the outside.
GT's on the bottom going into 1, so he'll probably pull it again. And yes, he does. He clears him. Coming out of 2, GT back in the lead.
All right, Ryan, if you're out there watching, dude, I know you know how these things are roll. I know you're a racer. I don't do a lot of iRacing, so I don't know. Who's going to win this one, bud? Is it going to be GT? Is it going to be Mike? Is it going to be Matt? I think it's safe to say it's coming from those 3. You're out there watching. You're Ryan, you're Marianne, you're Brad, whoever out there listening still. Check into the Facebook Live chat. I've got it open. Who's going to win here in Kentucky? We're getting down to the
16's going into 2nd. He's getting around Michael.
This is fun. This is really fun to watch these guys getting after it and battling after, 80, 90 plus laps. We got 94 going to go complete this time.
Coming up to 5 to go.
Coming to 5 to go. And this league hasn't disappointed. Not at all. The racing has been terrific. Treated to a doozy here in Kentucky tonight. Got to imagine next week in Dover. That'll be a good time as well. Darlington and Texas still on the schedule. Got 3 really good racetracks here after tonight. So going to be a lot of fun to watch. Looking forward to Darlington. Never know what's going to happen there. But with 5 laps remaining.
Here comes Sheffield going low into 3. He getting under the 16. He's going to try to pull it off.
He's going to have to make a 2 for move. Because GT's got the lead. And
he's in 2nd now, but he's got a big gap to GT.
His bro says GT's going to win. And I kind of think that's a really good pick. And we've seen GT do it a lot this season, but man.
I would not. I would pick GT right now, but here comes Michael. He's catching up right now.
And what they need to do now is the 1 and 16 probably have to stop racing so hard, because every time they do, that 4 truck a little further out front, further, and it's down to about 3/10 of a second, which equals 3 to 4 truck lengths. It comes
We're
back
3 to
together
go.
again.
Going
Coming
in
to 3 to go.
Going into 2, coming out of 2, he's about a truck away from him.
Mike is setting him up.
And going into 3, he's going to go low. Sheffield low under the 4. See what happens coming out of 4.
I got bold prediction. The 1 is going to go past the 4, and the 4 is going to make a crosser and move out of 2 in the last lap. And that may bring Oprich right back. We may see a potential 3 wide.
They're side by side going into 1 and 2.
This is good. 2 laps remain here in Kentucky. 2.
And they're
awesome.
They're door to door. Sheffield's still low going into 3. He clears GT, but he's not clear completely. Here comes GT on the outside. He's going to get that run.
He is going to need all that run, too. And they are coming to the white flag. They're out of 4. The white silk goes into the air. Michael Sheffield versus GT Irizarry. Matt Oprich right behind. Oh, God.
They are door to door in 2. Coming on the backstretch, they're still door to door.
This is just terrific.
Sheffield gets out in front in 3. GT goes low, coming out of 4. It's going to be Michael Sheffield gets the win, it looks like to me.
All right, well, you got the scoring.
That's it.
That's it. Sheffield's going to win. There it is. I'm watching the finishes. I'm missing him exit out of 4. Michael cleared him. GT looked low. Michael Sheffield wins here tonight in Kentucky in one of the best races of the season. I believe GT may have run out of gas at the line.
Yeah, he finished in 3rd. 16 got around GT and finished 2nd. GT finished 3rd.
Biesinger's going to get 4th. You know, Chad Biesinger finished 4th, 5th tonight.
David Edwards.
David Edwards.
Brandon Biesinger in 6th. Robert Nestor in 7th. Richard Gonzalez in 8th. And Keith Bradley in 9th.
All right, 9 trucks. They put on one whale of a show. God, that was fun, wasn't it? We are all congratulating Michael, Brad Disrow. I agree, dude. It is good racing. We're going to head over to our Discord and move to the post-race show. This is going to be a lot of fun. Terrific race here. Stay with us. We'll talk to the top 3 finishers next live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. All right, we are back here on the Full Velocity Racing Network in the post-race show, as always, brought to you by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds with web hosting, VPS servers, and dedicated servers. They do it all. Look them up today over at BladeNode.com. The big winner here tonight for the Adrenaline Rush Racing League Truck Series is our good buddy, Michael Sheffield. Sheffield Graphics goes to the winner's circle tonight over Matt Oprich in number 16 and a feverish last lap dash. Gonna drop the 4 truck of GT Irizarry to a 3rd place run here tonight. GT, was this thing running past the line, dude? Were you guys really that close on fuel again?
I hate these fuel mileage races.
This is the second one now in recent memory where I think you've had the lead or pretty close to the lead with 2 or 3 to go and lost it on gas here late. Is it time to fire the fuel guy?
No, it's time to fire my right foot for staying out of the gas. I mean, you know, we pitted a lap before everybody else, but when I came back out, I had such a lead just from 1 lap. I'm like, okay, well, I saved a lot. And then once I ended up having somebody get in front of me, I really just drafted. I was running 3/4 throttle most of the way, just trying to save. But I mean, we needed to do that probably an extra 5 laps. But man, hey, congratulations to Chef. That was a hard fought battle there.
It was a lot of fun. And talk about the setup, man. These things look like get cut through the center beautifully all night long. As hard as you guys are running, didn't look like these trucks got tight whatsoever.
They were a little in 3 and 4, but you're right. You're exactly right. It's all on how you make that entry going in there. It was certainly an awesome setup. You could just eh, early in practice, I tried running, the high line as well, just to see, and it looks like quite a few migrated up to that once the high line was a preferred line basically once the tires were wore out. So yeah, it was really good.
Well, old buddy, it's always good to talk to you here once again. A third place run here tonight in Kentucky. The points are piling up. You're looking really good these next 3 races to take the trophy home, but you get the mic here one more time to give a shout out to the team, the crew, the sponsors. Who out there is watching there, old buddy? Take the mic away.
Appreciate you and Full Velocity for coming out here. Appreciate Chef for putting this on, and everybody for running clean and respectful, and putting on a good time out here. I really appreciate it. And hey, the Busch Light Ford F-150 was fast again. It just doesn't get great gas mileage.
Oh, gotta take a sip of that Fireball. You'll get an extra lap, GT. I promise you, buddy. GT here is Harry, ladies and gentlemen, getting a third place run here tonight. Here at Kentucky, we'll let him go. And let's go take a walk down here to a guy. We try not to talk about him a lot because every time I talk about the name Matt Oprick, I seem to jinx him and something bad happens. So we stayed away from Matt's name a lot tonight. But Matt, a second place run. I thought coming to 5 to go, those two would start racing and you would go tail right on by. But a second place finish there, buddy. You got to be excited with that run.
Yeah, for sure. I was kind of hoping that they were going to get together, sneak in a win, but I can't complain about a second place.
Not at all. And these trucks tonight, so I just asked GT, they would look like they were handling superbly. How hard are you hustling your truck all night long? If there was somebody out there gliding and just kind of riding around and coasting, it was you. I mean, they were all racing hard and you were just kind of there hanging out. Was that by design?
Yep, that was kind of just by strategy, especially that first segment. I wanted to see where everybody was at, and I just rode around at the back, just kind of running 3/4 throttle and saving a bit of gas because I knew it was gonna, gas was gonna become a problem towards the end.
Well, need for drama for sure. You guys are doing a lot of that here recently, putting on some really good racing here Monday nights. Matt, it's good to have you back here in the post race there, bud. Who do you got to thank for this terrific run you had this evening?
I just wanted to thank Sheffield for putting this on and thank all my teammates that were in here. I got into, I checked up and made David Edwards get into somebody, which kind of messed his race up. So I'd like to apologize to him. But yep, everybody, thanks, and we'll see you next week.
Well, this guy here, very classy dude, and admitting he made a mistake there. We were kind of trying to figure out where the damage came from for David and for 68, but I think we got a little bit of an answer there, and it's from Matt Oprick. But he gets a second place on a very strong effort for the 16 team. We'll let him go, and let's take a walk down here to the winner's circle, to BladeNo.com Victory Lane for the second time this season. The one truck in the winner's circle. Mr. Sheffield, you gotta love these gas mileage races. You're faring pretty dang good through them.
Yeah, this was a tough one tonight. I was hoping to make it to lap 50, and when I got there, I knew I could do it again. I mean, but it was a tough battle. It was just it's hard fought. I had to protect. I learned that first run. I had to protect that second lane because when I was I had a good run in the beginning, but GT being able to pin me down was not holding me down on my run off, so I couldn't get the speed I wanted.
How much momentum in RPMs are you guys covering in these trucks tonight? Because they really punched a big hole in the air for a little while. And to pinch myself, are we at Michigan or a Auto Club or a Daytona or a restrictor plate track or whatever? You guys were playing a whole lot of game of drafting, getting some big runs. Were you guys off the gas at all?
You had to lift in 3 and 4, pretty much the whole time. 1 and 2, you could run wide open, but of course, it was going to wear your tires out. The longer you ran it wide open. So it was just about trying to set up and get a good run through 1 and 2, and then carrying as much momentum as you could in 3 and 4. The trucks really got a little tight in certain parts, but the more you kept the wheel turning 3 and 4 and on the gas, it would bog it down a little bit.
I guess that explains for what I was going to see there a few times as guys did push up right off the exit of 4, which you'd expect here at Kentucky. But the way you guys drove tonight, this setup was flawless. The racing was superb. And you walk out of here tonight, Mike, with the big win, the second one this season there, bud. Who do you got to thank for this big W?
Well, first of all, I definitely want to thank my teammates as always. Curtis helped me with the setup. This is actually a homestead setup we modified for this. David, Matt, and of course GT's on the team now and the others on the other league. So, and I want to thank you guys for being here every week with us. So,
Well, we appreciate you too, bud. This has been a lot of fun to cover. And I think we'll do this again here next week at Dover. Looking forward to it. Thanks for having us again there, bud.
welcome. Thanks for having me. And you got to have an extra shot of Fireball tonight.
Oh, right here.
Is there
We'll do that.
fireball? Is there fireball cake?
Fireball. I've got the shot right here. We'll do it as soon as we sign off. So that'll be here in about 60 seconds from now. We're going to let Mike sit down here with the team and celebrate a big win here tonight. We appreciate you all for watching here, the Full Velocity Racing Network. For Jack Truan, my name is Phil Lacasse. Have a great rest of your night. We will see you back here live tomorrow. The FARN Modified Touring Series back in the dirt tomorrow, 10 p.m. We'll hope you'll join us there too, live on your source for esports racing. Good night, everybody.